On September 18th, after fully adopting the Bitcoin standard and after talking to some more Bitcoiners, I had this epiphany. I went to Twitter and I posted the following. Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets, serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever, smarter, faster, and stronger, behind a wall of encrypted energy. And I think Ayn Rand would understand what I was saying. What it means is, for the first time in the human race, we have unleashed a freedom virus, a truth virus. We've unleashed a sovereignty virus, which is also a monetary virus. And as you know, and as Heinlein once said, the only way to fight a virus is with another virus. You can't take it on, you can't take it head on. Bitcoin is something special. Galt's Gulch is the Bitcoin network. Rather than removing your labor from a corrupt economy, you should remove your money from a corrupt economy. Bitcoin's a protocol to create free ideas, free economies, and free assets beyond the control of corrupt institutions. It's a fast, fair, and equitable method to settle the differences of 8 billion people. We say in the Bitcoin world, fix the money, fix the world.
MicroStrategy Executive Chairman and former CEO Michael Saylor has extended his praise for Bitcoin's features, terming the flagship cryptocurrency as a channel towards freedom. According to Saylor, Bitcoin's decentralized nature pivots the asset as an economic machine built on the truth while solving some of the inefficiencies in the traditional finance sector. Saylor, a renowned crypto proponent, also equated Bitcoin to a union bound to grow stronger due to projected capital inflow in the future. Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, Michael Saylor reaffirms his belief on Bitcoin and the key reasons why he started investing in the cryptocurrency. Make sure to stick around till the end of this video where Michael Saylor reveals why 2023 will be a life-changing experience for those who invest in Bitcoin now.
The idea of crypto, or the great achievement of Satoshi Nakamoto, is the concept of creating a truly decentralized network, giving it to billions of people, allowing people to in a decentralized way, protect that network, support that network, serve that network, benefit from that network, transcending the constraints of a CEO, a corporation, a country, a city, a company. What if we could create something which is truly utilitarian, egalitarian, economically and philosophically empowering computer network created on the strength of the power of cryptography. And cryptography is a machine with a mechanical advantage. Instead of a Roman construction crane with 180 to 1 mechanical advantage that lets you move a one-ton block with your hands, we're talking about cryptography where it becomes billions or trillions of times harder to break the code than it is to create the code. It's a trillion to 1 advantage. It's a quadrillion to 1 advantage. If you can create a mechanical advantage in cyberspace, then you can create something which is going to transcend and beyond the reach of the collective. And you finally have a tool with which to fight back.
Saylor, who led MicroStrategy to accumulate Bitcoin in August 2020, noted that despite the existence of many digital assets, the maiden cryptocurrency stands out due to its unique features. There's 20,000 cryptos. There's one that's 95% dominant, which is ethically sound, technically sound, and economically sound. Bitcoin is reared in metal. It's the hardest substance in the universe. People don't know it. Most people are afraid of it, he added.
Bitcoin is a shining city in cyberspace, and you can go there once you understand it. Bitcoin and objectivism, they have a common cause. Ayn Rand in 1959 said, I'm for the separation of the state and economics, just as we had the separation of church and state. Whereas Hayek in 1984 said, I don't believe we shall ever have good money again before we take the thing out of the hands of the government. That is, we can't take it violently out of the hands of government. All we can do is by some sly, roundabout way introduce something that they can't stop. Clearly, both movements are thinking about separating economics from the state and from the collective. The difference is, for thousands and thousands of years, the technology for doing that was imperfect. The technology of gold to separate the power from the state doesn't work when they just shoot you and take your gold. The technology of cows or tobacco or fiat currency or buildings, they don't work that well to separate economics from the state. So although this was an ideal and aspiration, we never had the technology to realize it.
The executive stated that the onset of the pandemic pushed more people to realize that they needed a solution to the existing economic slavery. It is worth noting that MicroStrategy is among the leading institutions that first placed a bet on Bitcoin. Despite the ongoing market correction, the company is actively accumulating more Bitcoin. The recent purchase came between August and September, with an additional 301 Bitcoins bought at an average price of $19,851 per coin.
Human nature doesn't change. That struggle existed 100,000 years ago. That struggle exists today. What does change is technology. 100,000 years ago, an enraged human being could maybe kill 10 other people. And today, an enraged human being can kill 100 million people. And so as technology advances, our thoughts about ethics and morality and technology and civility have to evolve. Today, we struggle with the challenge of authority. You know, Lord Acton said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And the only difference between absolute power today and absolute power 10,000 years ago is today we have a company that listens to everything a billion people say. We have another company that answers the questions that 4 billion people ask. We have companies that deliver the food and all of the goods that you need to survive to hundreds of millions of people. We have one company that delivers all of the business software to 80 million corporations, indirectly serving billions and billions of employees. Now, I ask you the question, if you got ejected out of the third biggest country in the world, or if I denied you privileges to live in any of the 5 largest countries in the world, would your life go on? Probably. Now, what if you actually got canceled by Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google tomorrow? The question is, would your life go on? Stop and think a little bit about what happens if they simply turned off your account, seized your photos, turned off your messages, took your documents. What if Microsoft just denied you access privileges? Could you run a business? Could you work? It's a big question. We've never had, I used to make the joke, Apple's the most valuable company in the world because there's never been a company in the world as valuable as Apple. It legitimately is the most valuable because it can change the lives of 1 billion people over the weekend by shipping some electricity. And that is not something we struggle with 100 years ago. So the question really is, what happens if this goes on? Companies get bigger, we got big tech, governments get bigger. As the companies get bigger, when the company serves 3 billion people, then that means one bureaucrat can make one phone call to that company and potentially turn off all of the information flowing to all 3 billion people over the weekend. It's a disturbing idea.
Michael Saylor argued that Bitcoin is the best chance to heal the world and rise above the chaos. Saylor expressed conviction that Bitcoin represents the union that offers hope for the individual struggling against the oppressive force of the political class. So, do you agree with Michael Saylor that Bitcoin will save the world from economic chaos? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.